Greetings, chosen ones. Greetings, YouTube. I hope you are having a great day. Peace and blessings to you all. I hope you're out there being more than conquerors, doing great things for your friends, for your family, for your community, all for the glory of God. So today I'm going to talk about money. Are you still chasing money? And who do you serve? But before I get into it, if you like this video, please like, please share, please subscribe. Do leave a comment below and make sure that bell icon is highlighted so you receive notifications of any new videos I put out. Thank you very much. You know, a lot of people are out there in the world, a lot of believers out there, and it's all about the money. You know, got to make the money. You know, the prosperity gospel is a thing as well. And here's the thing: what is it you're serving? You can't serve two masters, right? And most people are completely ignorant as to what money is, what the money they're chasing is. You know, we're talking about fiat currency, you know, fractional reserve banking. You know, they're chasing promissory notes that aren't backed by anything. You know, came off the gold standard many decades ago. So they're chasing after worthless pieces of paper. And the thing is, you know, we're seeing now, you know, it's like a bit of a repeat of what happened in 2008 when you had the bank collapses and that, and you had the bank bailouts. Well, it's all happening again, right? And it's all by design, right? And now you're going to have the bank bail-ins, you know, so you had bank bailouts where the taxpayers are paying to bail out the banks, and now you're going to have the bail-ins, right, where the banks effectively take the money you already have in the bank, which doesn't actually even exist because it's not even backed by anything. The question is, a lot of people are asking, so what's going to happen now? You know, it's the government to the rescue, and everything the government does is use taxpayers' money. So we had the bailouts 2008. They used taxpayers' money to bail these banks out. So effectively, they said the taxpayers own the banks now, but you didn't see any of the profits of that. So now it's going to be, well, bank bail-ins. People are talking about, are there going to be bank bail-ins, right? Where banks just basically take whatever money you've got in your account. So is that going to happen? Well, the thing is, you know, we shouldn't get into fear about it, because whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And a lot of us who've been paying attention knew it was coming, right? You know, there's going to be crisis, you know, events, crises, all manufactured to bring about central bank digital currency and the digital ID, you know, the mark of the beast. So, you know, the thing is, you know, are you still chasing money? What is money? It's money that's not backed by anything. You know, it's effectively just created out of thin air, you know, and lent to people at interest. It does not exist. It's just paper created out of thin air. And a lot of times it's not even paper. I mean, this is the thing. We're moving very quickly to a cashless society. So it's not backed by anything. It's not backed by gold. Effectively, they make loans, and they just lend you this fictional money on a computer screen. They type into a computer screen, they lend you the money, then that gives them the right to then create 20 times that. They're doing like something like 20 times the amount in fractional reserve banking now. So it's a complete joke of a system. So the money we are chasing after has no real value. You know, it's just purely a system of control. So to still be chasing after money in this day and age is not what we should be doing. You know, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added to you. You know, God shall supply your needs. You know, it's written in the Bible. So this is what we should be focusing on. You know, we all have a purpose. God has a purpose for us all, and we should be fulfilling that. We should be fulfilling the purpose that God has for us on this earth, and not chasing money. That shouldn't be the focus of what we do, because it's all an illusion. It's all a system of control. All that taxpayers' money is just servicing debts on loans to governments from private banks. You know, this is debt slavery that people are involved in. You know, we are in a modern slavery system. A lot of people don't realise it. You know, they think you live in some sort of you know, capitalism is a real thing. No, the table is tilted. This is the thing. The table is tilted against you. So that's fundamental to understand. And yeah, you can't serve God and money. And this is the thing. And the system now is at a stage where we're going to have another collapse. So what are we going to see this time around? There's another thing on the horizon, and that is central bank digital currency. You know, and this is the thing they want to usher in. And this is important to remember is those demon-possessed puppets that are in control of our reality, you know, that are in control of society, you know, have been wanting to usher in central bank digital currency and a digital ID, you know, which you won't be able to use your central bank digital currency without your digital ID. And a lot of people have speculated, is this the mark of the beast? I believe it probably is. So this is the thing, you know, when the banks do collapse, you know, if and when that happens, you know, or people are so impoverished by the current economic system, the economic situation, you know, and they need to feed their families, or they're desperate for money, you know, someone from the government comes along and they says, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. You know, here's your central bank digital currency. All you need is your digital ID, and we'll give you some free money. Of course, it'll be programmable. They'll decide what you spend it on and how you spend it. So this is the thing. Why are we chasing money? We shouldn't be chasing money. We shouldn't be focusing on money. You know, obviously we do need money to function. But like I said, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. So that's important to keep in mind. So we can ask the question, you know, how did we get here? How things got like this? And really it comes down to the sin nature in man, you know, the fallen nature of man. The fallen nature of man, it means that man is very easily influenced by fear and dependence on men for solutions. You know, and also a lack of personal responsibility. It's all to do with the sin nature, the fallen nature of man. And this is how we've got where we are. And this is why we need a relationship with Christ. This is why we need a relationship with God. You know, we're so far cut off from God in this realm that we're experiencing the problems we face in the world. You know, when people are easily manipulated, they're caught up in fear. And the thing is, we got to remember is, it's not God that gives us a spirit of fear. Spirit of fear comes from the enemy. So when you're manipulated by fear, you're manipulated by the enemy. So that's important to keep that in mind. Those in control of our society, you know, it's a constant stream of manufactured crises to keep us in fear. You know, fear is the motivator for most people, and fear doesn't come from God. God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. He gives us power, love, and a sound mind. So if you have stage crises and it keeps people in fear, those in control can then offer the solution that they always wanted to introduce. So it's very important to be aware of these things, you know, and not get caught up in the fear. We can look at the times we live in now, and yeah, it's perilous times. A lot of people are talking about perilous times, but you know, in 2 Timothy, it said we will be in perilous times in the last days. And here we are. So the question is, you know, are you going to be motivated by fear? Are you going to let fear motivate you? And is that fear going to drive you to side with Satan? Or are you going to turn away from that and side with Christ? Question is, if things get bad, are you going to be on God's side? Are you going to be on the side of Christ? Or will you fold and turn to Satan for help? When push comes to shove, you know, stay faithful, stay in the faith, stay close to Christ, and don't accept the offerings that the devil makes to you. You know, the devil offered Jesus everything when he was out in the desert, and Jesus didn't fold, right? But the devil offered him everything, earthly kingdoms, So when the government comes along, someone from the government will come along and say, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Here you go, here's your digital currency. You need your digital ID, you know, and without this you won't be able to buy or sell. What are you going to do? So it's important to think about that, you know, and again, you can't serve two masters, so keep that in mind. Stay out of the fear, stay out of the manipulation, hold the course and endure to the end. So let's make sure we stay away from fear. Don't get caught up in the fear, don't get caught up in the manipulations, and don't take what the enemy is offering. You know, stay close to Christ. And if you don't have a relationship with Christ, consider having a relationship with Christ, because really it's our connection to God that is going to get us through the times ahead. So I hope this video has been helpful today. If it has, please like, please share, please subscribe. Do leave me a comment below, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye.